everyone. In this video, we will be learning these different types of lines which we can use in our artwork to make our artwork look more easy. Before we learn the different types of lines, it's important to know what are lines and why do we need them. So, lines are the basic elements of the art which makes our artwork more easier. This is something which joins the two ends or 2 points. You can join 2 points or 2 ends in different ways. Like if we join this 2 point using something like this is a line. If we join 2 ends like this can be considered as a line as well. So line is a basic element which we use in every artwork. No matter what we draw, we use certain types of lines in that. So we can conclude that line is something which we use in every artwork. No matter whatever we draw, we are going to use different types of lines. So it's important to understand what are lines and what are the different types of lines so that it can help us further. For example, if I take a small example of a house, if I make this small house, again you will see that each part of the house is made using some or the other lines which you can identify by the end of this video. Let's take one more example of a tree. Let's draw a tree. Here also you will see that we have used different types of lines to draw the tree. So, lines helps us to create anything easily. Now that we have understood what are lines and why do we need them, let's discuss some of the lines. The very first line we are going to learn today is horizontal line. Horizontal line. These are the lines which goes from left to right or from right to left. So these are basically straight lines which goes from left to right or from the right to left. Now, how to remember that these are horizontal lines? If you see the very first letter of the word horizontal, that is H, you will see a horizontal line in the middle. That is, horizontal stands for H and you will see a horizontal line in the very first letter of the word itself. So, H for horizontal, and in horizontal we see a straight horizontal line. Now comes the second line, that is vertical lines. V-E-R-T-I-C-A-L. Vertical lines. Now let's discuss what are vertical lines. Vertical lines are the straight lines which goes from up to down or from down to up. So it joins the two ends, that is up and down. Now here's another trick to remember vertical lines. Again, if you see the very first letter of the word vertical, that is V, you will see two lines, one that goes from up to down and another one which goes from down to up. So, the very first letter of the word vertical itself has two straight lines which goes from up to down and down to up. And the lines which goes from up to down or the down to up is known as vertical lines. Now let's learn our third type of line, that is C-U-R-V-E. Curve line. Curve line is nothing but the first letter of the word curve. It also joins two ends but in a curvy form. So it will go like this. It will expand and then again go and meet the point. So here's the easy way to remember this. Curve line is itself the first letter of the word, that is C. It can go in any direction, like if the points are placed here, you can join it like this. If the point is here, you can join it like this. No matter in whichever direction it moves, if it is like this, that is the alphabet C, it's a curved line. Now, let's go to our fourth line, that is W-A-V-Y. Wavy line. Now, do you think of the word waves when you hear of the word wavy line? The water waves. Do you know how the water waves looks? Yeah. So the water waves looks like this. It's full of up, down, up, down. So, wavy lines are also the continuous chain of the curved lines. It will go from down to up, again up to down, down to up to down. So it's a continuous chain of the curved lines which together forms a wavy line which looks like the water waves. So W for water, W for waves. So it's a way to remember that the water waves looks like this and this line is known as wavy lines. Now let's learn our another line, that is zigzag line. Before we learn what are zigzag lines, let's first discuss what are diagonals. Diagonals are just a line which meets two opposite corners. It's a slant straight line, diagonals. So, diagonals are a straight slant line which meets two opposite ends. And zigzag lines are the continuous chain of diagonals lines. That is, one diagonal from this direction, that is going from down to up, again one coming down, again one going up, again coming down, again going up, again coming down. So this is like a mountain, and again if you see the very first letter of the word zigzag, that is Z, is itself a zigzag line. So zigzag stands for Z, and then we have a zigzag line in Z itself. Easy, right? Now we'll be learning our last line, that is spiral line. Spiral lines are basically continuous chain of the line coming from one point. It goes around, it revolves and revolves around itself, and it's a kind of a never-ending thing. This is a spiral line. We have one more type of spiral line, that is the continuation of the wavy lines, but with a little modification. Let's see how. So it's like this, basically going down to up. It's a curved line. Then again goes inside, comes out. Again comes down, goes inside, comes out, comes down. So it's a continuous chain of up, down, going inside, coming out, up, down, going inside and coming out. So this is spiral line. These are some basic types of lines which you can use in any artwork you create. Remember the tree which we did in the very first? So now I think you can identify the line we have used here. It's a curved line. Again, this is a diagonal. And again, the continuous chain of the curved lines.